Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, hello.
Please continue.
Yeah, we'll start. Okay. Yeah, okay. So welcome back. So there are three things that we have to look at when we talk about the human-human relationships. That is first identifying the relationship, then understanding the feelings in relationship. And having such feelings in us will lead us to happiness in ourselves, and expressing with others will lead to their happiness. So yeah, this exercise actually, in this exercise, what you can do is you can think of one or two primary relations in your life that is important to you and you would like to work on it. And you can close your eyes and bring that person to mind. You can just think of them. Definitely, yeah, if we have a like if we are so angry with them, definitely that angry face will come in front of us. In the course of next hour, any reflections or exercises that we do here, you can relate to that relationships and that person in your mind. So coming to the first one, yeah, the again it talks about like what are the issues in relationships. That is relationship when we are talking on the basis of body does not work in spite of all good intentions. We may buy so many things, we may present so many things, but still that does not work out because we end up sometimes even like even in the close relatives also does not speaking to each other for days or ignoring some of the family members and so on. This definitely is happening. And as long as we consider the human being as a body, it is not possible to understand the relationships. But without understanding relationships, also it is not possible to fulfill the relationship. So let's explore the relationships with a clarity that human being is a coexistence of body and self. And whatever physical facilities that we are providing is to body, and self is one which actually requires happiness. Okay, it's a feeling. Okay, let's watch a short video here. Okay.
ફેરફાદુડી મારું ફળિયું જ રે ખટમાં દૂરું મારું ફળિયું જ રે પગમાં ડૂત્યા મારું ફળિયું જ રે
Sir, is the voice clear? And is the picture and voice clear?
Yeah, everything.
Is that fine? Okay.
તડકો ને છાયો બની રમે મારી સાથે રે નીંદરમાં શમનાની લાવે સોગાર ચાંદા પોળી મારું ફળિયું જ રે ચાંદા પોળી મારું ફળિયું જ રે ઘીમાં બોળી મારું ફળિયું જ રે કટમાં દૂરું મારું ફળિયું જ રે ફેરફાદુડી મારું ફળિયું જ રે ના 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 ના
Yeah, great. What do we see from this video? right? Yeah, hope the video was clear. Maybe you please analyze for yourself. So generally, most of the time we talk about the intention. So trust is assurance on others' intent or intention. So trust, the meaning of trust is to be assured or to have the clarity that the other wants to make me happy and prosperous. So when I say I trust you, so I feel that you want my happiness and prosperity. So, but when we trust people, like in the earlier video, it is not intent, that it is the competence level that we have to understand. So for now, the trust, the proposal for trust, value of trust, which is the foundational value, is to say that it is to have the clarity that the other wants to make me happy and prosperous. So whatever the other person does, it is for my happiness and prosperity. So intent or intention is the foundational desire, and competence is the ability to take required action aligning to your intent. Competence is the ability to enhance our like intent or to reach towards the intent. Improving the ability is the competence. So competence is nothing but the ability to learn, improve, innovate, create, ability to do something, perform, teach, transmit in relationships, also evaluate. With more clarity of intent, the ability to evaluate other person also keeps increasing. One feels related to more and feels more comfortable within, right? So as I mentioned, we start our first conversation only when we feel trust in the other person, right? So can anybody answer these questions? Like these are very simple questions. The left hand side actually talks about our natural acceptance. What is our natural acceptance, or what is acceptable to us, or what I want to be? And right side talks about what I am currently, or what is my ability. Okay. So please, any one of you, please answer this. I want to make myself happy. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I want to make the other happy.
Yes.
I want to make the other person happy.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. The other wants to make himself, herself happy.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. The other wants to make me happy.
Naturally, yes. But again, 2A, 4A, if I put a 4A question mark, again 2A also will be a question mark.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is only at wanting level, not
Then yes. Then yes.
yes. I want. This is what I want, what I am
Yeah.
desiring for. Okay.
Yeah.
So the other wants to make me happy.
Yes.
Yes. Is it yes for everyone?
That's right. Again, it's a not always
Yes.
we can yeah.
Yeah. So if it is yes, definitely we'll have a big list in our trust. Like if you can take a paper pen and write down how many people I have trust on, I think the big list will come there. But most of the time, the other wants to make me happy. Imagine your boss here, or imagine your counterpart here. So the other wants to make me happy. Sometimes maybe yes, but most of the times it is a question mark. So this is what is naturally acceptable to me, or this is the intention. So let's see the other questions, like the ability. I am able to make myself always happy. independent of what is happening outside. I am able to make myself always happy. Yes, this talks about the ability, or this is what we are calling as a competence. I am able to make myself always happy. Maybe sometimes yes and sometimes no. It's a question mark. I am able to make the other always happy. So when it comes to ability, I'm able to make the other always happy.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. So there is no clarity on this. The other is able to make himself, herself always happy.
So, so with myself, it's a question mark. So obviously,
Yes,
others also it will be a question.
it's a question mark. So the other is able to make me always happy.
Also a question mark.
It's a big question mark actually, because the first itself is whether the other wants to make me happy is a question mark, and the ability level also we don't trust that the other person is going to make me happy always. So the ability part actually talks about the competence, and in the I want part, whatever something is related to me, I I never doubt my intention, and the answer is always a strong yes. I want to make the others happy, but when it comes to the other person, the other wants to make me happy is always a question mark. If I want to make the other happy, the other also will be wanting to make me happy, right? So, but when it comes to myself, I all never doubt my intention. But when it comes to others, I always doubt the intention of the other person. So this is one of the basic problem that we come across in the relationships. So when it comes to when it comes to me myself, I never doubt my intention. My intention is always positive. I want to make myself happy. I also want to make the other happy. But when it comes to others towards me, okay, so you can take a simple exercise here to understand. If there are two people who are standing opposite to each other, if I ask the same questions, I want to make the other person happy, the other also want to make me happy. So one-to-one question, if you ask, everyone want to make the other person happy, but where is the problem? So the problem is that we assess ourselves mostly based on our intention. We never doubt our intention, but when it comes to others, we never like understand their intent. We always doubt the intention of the other person. Instead, we have to doubt the competence of the other person. So we'll take some more examples to understand. So let us say there's a glass which is broken. So when it comes to the other person, we always tell that the other broke the glass. So when it comes to me, let us say I broke the glass, when we use it as the glass was broken by accident. The glass broke by accident, right? So when it comes to me, I never doubt my intention. I am always right and I am always good. But when it comes to others, even if I break the glass 100 times, okay, or 100 glasses are broken by me, I never doubt my intention. I am good. My intention is good, but I broke the glass. I make a mistake by accident. I am always feeling that I am special. I reinforce always that I am good. I do not make effort to improve my own competence in most of the cases. So I think everyone here, if you have like your servant maid like breaking the glasses, in my house also almost 10-15 glasses are broken. Okay, so we always feel that she doesn't know how to handle, she or he doesn't know how to handle. Intentionally they are breaking the glasses, right? But when it comes to the others, the other makes a mistake even once, we doubt their intention, that intentionally they are doing all this. He makes mistakes intentionally, he or she. I have a feeling of opposition, getting irritated, angry. I reinforce that the other is bad and cannot improve anymore. So I think such conversations we generally come across even in our offices. Like we ask our attender or somebody to bring the file and they bring the wrong file. Arey, you can never be improved. Always you are doing mistakes. You are doing it intentionally so as to disturb my work. But so when we are also carrying the wrong file, many a times we feel that I was in a hurry and then I took a wrong file. We always feel that I'm so good, but when it comes to others, other is so bad, right? So doubting on the intention is the major reason for problems in relationships. So we forget that other is also a human being. As I am working for my happiness and prosperity, he is also working for his happiness and prosperity and its continuity. As I want to make the others happy, he also want to make the others happy. It is not the intention problem, but it is the problem of the competence. So when I try to evaluate myself, I always evaluate myself on the basis of my intention. But when I evaluate the others, I always doubt the intention of the other person. And this doubting on the intention is one of the major reasons for problems in relationships. So there are the difference in our perceptions, like this slide also I took from Dr. Shiva Shankar. So when we break the glass is broken by accident. When she breaks the glass, it is broke intentionally. They broke the glass. So when we are late, we take an excuse. I got late maybe because of some like rain or some delay in the bus, train, or some traffic jam. She came late, right? She or he came late. When we talk about ourselves, I was tired, so I spoke a bit harshly in the meeting, or she shouted at me in the meeting, right? So when it comes to ourselves, we never doubt our intention. We try to like take an excuse that I'm always good, but when it comes to the other, we doubt the intention and we feel that they are intentionally doing. Okay. So I evaluate generally myself based on the basis of my intention. I evaluate the other on the basis of their competence. Doubt on intention is a major reason for problems in relationships. So the questionnaire that I asked, why question mark is coming when we are talking about other person, is that for my intention, I am damn sure. Okay, I never doubt my intention. I am always positive. I am always good. I want to make the other person happy. But when you talk to the other person, he or she also is saying that I want to make the other person happy. Then where is the problem? So when we talk to each other, we doubt the intention of the other person. And this is the major problem in relationships. So doubting on the intent, we immediately start reacting. And yeah, this slide also from Shiva Shankar's presentations. So this doubting on intention, we immediately start reacting. So I feel angry, I feel irritated, I feel that opposition. So whenever you doubt the intention, you react and you land into opposition. So doubt their intention, I assume their lack of competence to be a lack of intention. So I should be knowing that poor lady, whoever is working in our house, he or she doesn't know how to handle the glassware, right? So maybe I have to teach her or him how to handle the glassware if he or she is unable to do it, right? But once we start doubting the intention of the other person, we land in opposition, we get irritated, we get uh, angry, and we start reacting. Okay. So this feeling of opposition is whenever we doubt the intention of the other person. So I may not speak to the other for days or even break up the relationship. One may have lost many friends like this, many even servant maids like this. You shout at the servant maid today, from tomorrow onwards, she will stop coming, and you will know what are the troubles that you have when your servant maid doesn't turn up on time, right? So anger arises when we are not able to differentiate between the intention and the competence of the other. So based on lack of competence of the other, we doubt other over their intention. So lack of competence is considered not considered as lack of competence, but we like translate it as lack of intention. and start doubting the intention of the other person. You get irritated, you get frustrated, you start shouting at the other person, right? And this is the major reason for being angry. Once we have a doubt on the intention of the other, then instead of relating to the other, we feel opposing the other. So if that relation part will not go forward and you feel opposition to the other. Thus, any small unfavorable incident may lead to irritation or even anger. And also I observed that this anger is one feeling which comes out whenever we want others to do the way we want, right? So most of the times my observation is that most of the times I don't behave the way I am supposed to behave, right? Then where comes the way like the other behaving like what I want? So angry or anger, the feeling of anger comes up when we we mismatch the competence with the intention. So if I understand the solution for anger is that if I understand the human being correctly, then I am able to see that the other is a human being also like me. So he's a human being, he or she, I'm also a human being. I'm working for my happiness and prosperity. The other is also working for his or her happiness and prosperity. And maybe he or she lacks competence, okay? And this competence I have misunderstood as lack of, I was doubting as missing intention, okay? Misinterpreted as doubting intention. So whenever our desire does not get fulfilled and we perceive that it is due to the other, then we get irritated or angry. Yeah, most of the times we attribute all our issues or problems to the other person, right? I am in this case or I am in this state because of the other person only. I am perfect, I am 100%, but all my situation or whatever I am today is all my sufferings are because of other person. All my whatever good I have is because of me, but whatever my sufferings are, it is because of the other person. So as long as we have no understanding of this trust, right? So we'll end up in this anger, irritation, frustration. So I can see that the other has the right intention but lacks competence. Then instead of getting angry, I re-examine my desire, expectation, and action. So is my expectation right or not? So I wanted to maybe go out with my family at some point of time, but maybe that was not a right time. Okay. So I was disappointed definitely, but was it a right time to request for a outing? So maybe you have to sit back and then think of it, right? Is the program to fulfill the desire correct or not? Maybe if that is a right time to sit and relax at home, then you can do something else so that you can use that time to build your relationships. Have I developed the necessary competence in myself? First, if I have the competence, then I can improve the competence of the other person. But if I am lacking competence, then I have to build my own competence before I try to work on the competence of the other person. So anger is it is not, it's again a feeling which actually creates a lot of opposition among the people. Just this is another 3-minute video, so I request all of you to watch this.
Today I want to tell you a story about a monk who learned a very valuable lesson because of his anger. He wanted to meditate by himself, so he got on a boat and went to the middle of the lake, and there he dropped his anchor. And he began to meditate. For a few hours, his meditation was completely undisturbed. He was very focused and very concentrated. But then, all of a sudden, this other boat collided into his boat. And even though his eyes were closed and he was trying to meditate, he became very upset. Why did this other boat run into me? He was about to open his eyes and yell at the other driver. When he opened his eyes, he saw that there was no driver. It was an empty boat that had become untethered and run into his own boat. And at that moment, he got a wonderful realization that the anger was always inside of him. It just needed a bump from an outside source to really bring it outside of him. From then on, whenever this monk would come across a difficult situation that would provoke him, he would remember that empty boat and how it was able to bring out his anger. So this is a very valuable lesson for all of us to learn and apply into our own life. As we come across people or situations that make us angry, let's take responsibility for our own anger and remind ourselves that the anger is actually inside of me. And at that moment we have a choice to not let that anger come out.
Yeah, nice. So even monks are not away from this anger. So that's what it shows. And anger is inside us. It is not like most of the times we understand that my sorrow or my anger is because of the other person, but it is inside us. And whenever there is a bump or there is an incident, a small activity or incident that happens, and the anger just comes out. So if I have to summarize the trust is to have a clarity that the other wants to make me happy and prosperous. And this is the foundational value because the trust is the first fundamental value with which you can proceed with other values. So if I have a trust on intention, I accept the other person and we are able to make effort for mutual development. I make a program with the other based on right evaluation of mutual competence. In case the other is lacking competence, then I make effort to assure the other. I make effort to improve his competence once he is assured in relationship. But let us say if I lack competence, I become ready to take help from the other to improve my competence. Right? So definitely, see, all of us have certain set of skills and certain competency levels. So if I feel I lack competence, definitely there is a necessity to improve my own competence level. If the other lacks competence, definitely you can guide the other in improving the competence. But having a trust on intention will lead to mutual happiness and mutual development. You can work together once you have this trust on intention. And if I have doubt on intention, so then it starts with opposition, first of all. I evaluate myself on the basis of intention and others on the basis of their competence. I have a feeling of opposition with the other, which shows up as irritation or anger. Most of the times when we are dealing with students in our educational institutions, also children at home, like wife or husband at home, right? So this trust is one which actually start the conversation, to begin the conversation. It helps you to build a relationship. So yeah, the trust is the first step I can take. Tell that if you believe in the other person, or you feel that the other person is working for my happiness and prosperity. Many a times we argue that it is not true, but if you don't have that feeling, the next step will not go forward. So I have also seen several faculty members like having a lot of disagreements with the PhD students who are working very closely with the faculty members. Also the MTech project students who are working very closely with us. Leave about in the classrooms, but in the project area where they are working very closely with us, there's a lot of disagreement between the student and the teacher, because student doesn't believe in the teacher, teacher doesn't believe in the student. So all the time, whenever the student comes to meet the faculty, there is a lot of tussle, and a big mail comes to the head of the department saying that this fellow doesn't meet me at all, this fellow doesn't do anything. But I think like if we start trying to understand the student, what are the problems, why he is unable to do is, what is his competence level, should I do something so that he tries to work for the project where both of us are going to get benefited, right? So such problems can be definitely overcome. But anything relationship building requires lot of time to be invested. So some of the examples are like a father, I want to go for an outing with my friends, and my father tells not to go. And the kid or the child starts like having opposition with the father or the mother because he did not accept my request of going on a outing with friends. So, but there may be several like issues of the competence of the child for not sending to outing. So that child has to understand. And I want to join MBBS with a payment like crores of rupees people are spending. And my father asked me to take another attempt. So when the father or the mother says that the child becomes in opposition, you don't want me to study MBBS, that is why you are doing all this. But can we make them understand that not only getting into the getting the admission is important, but sustaining for long and to come out of this profession, you need lot of efforts and lot of patience is required. So do you have that competence to do all that? So we need to check and then take a decision. My boss wants me to work more and more to get promotion. Okay, so but the what is the basic goal of asking you to do work more and more? Definitely, if we can think in that direction, you can get some solution. So there was a short story of dirty clothes, which actually gives us a very good good like vision of what generally we are thinking in terms. It's very short. There is a couple who moved from one house to another house, on a rental basis. And every day they used to take coffee on a table, right, where there is a window next to them, and through the window they used to look at the other, like their neighbor's house. And a lady in the neighbor's house used to wash the clothes, and she used to dry the clothes on a thread on the wire on the on their in their premises. So this lady who is sitting along with her husband having coffee always used to comment that see that other lady. She doesn't know even to wash the clothes properly. Always the clothes are so dirty. So, but one fine day, maybe this 1 month passes, and one fine day when they are having coffee, the lady who is having coffee with her husband again makes a comment that, Are now today you see, she might have learned how to use a good washing powder so that the clothes are so neat, so clean and neat. So then the husband tells the wife that, so my dear, it is not because that the other person learned how to wash the clothes or what washing powder to use. It is because today morning I got up early and I cleaned all the windows where there was lot of dirt on the windows. So the lady realizes that it is not that the other person is not washing the clothes properly. It is that my window is got so much dirt. Unless I remove the window dirt, I cannot see the things properly. So there's a lot of dust and dirt accumulated in our minds. I think unless we clear off those dirt and dust from our minds, we cannot see the things properly as they are, right? So I love that story. Yeah, some of the points for self-reflection of this trust is that if you have unconditional continuous trust on intention of the other, and if the other is lacking competence, what you will do? So the answers already we discussed, like try to improve his competence. If you trust the intention, you will respond basically. If you don't try, if you doubt the intention, you start reacting. So with that reaction comes all this irritation, frustration, getting angry, and having the feeling of opposition. So if you trust the intention, you are going to respond, not react. And if you doubt the intention, you are going to react. And reaction leads to lot other things like irritation, angry, feeling of opposition. Right? So I think I have another short story for you before I close, and then I'll take some questions if you have. can anybody answer why the girl could sleep peacefully, why the boy could not sleep? Yes. Okay, let me give you the answer. So it all starts with you, actually. So whatever, like, if I can give my 100%, then I can think of how much I can get from the other person. But we cannot take excuses because other person is not giving to us, right? So you can have a self-reflection towards yourself. How many persons do you have trust on intention? Whatever they do, unconditional and continuous. You can take a paper pen and make a list of number of people who do you have trust on, right? So even maybe earlier I used to say parents, but currently I doubt that also. Okay, so if you have a very big list of people here, then you are so rich or you are too rich in this. So you can get an idea of the state of your understanding about relationships from this exploration. Feeling born out of this understanding can be definite, unconditional, and continuous. So unconditional is like if I am doing, I am doing, and then I am expecting the same from you. That is conditional. Okay. So I do this and you do that. That is conditional. But unconditional is whatever it is, I give my 100%. Okay. So whether you do it or not is your problem, not my problem, right? So that is unconditional and continuous. So this is fundamental, and trust on intention is the foundation of any relationship. Okay. So doubting the intention will always lead to opposition. Trusting the intention will lead to building the relationships. So first try with our near and dear people. Don't try with right away, don't try with the others. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, I also make this caution. If somebody is coming to kill us, let us say with a chaku or a gun, I cannot simply stand and say that I trust you, you can do whatever you want. No, we have to protect ourselves. But so when we can start working with our near and dear people and then extended family, yeah, then we can work on the society. Yeah, this is the final summary of trust. Okay, this is the list of all values, which I think the rest of the things you will be trying to understand in the coming sessions. Yeah, then final summary is that the self relation is between self and oneself and the other self. And feelings in relationship exist between oneself and the other self. And these feelings can be recognized and they are definite. Their fulfillment leads to mutual happiness. This is what we call justice in relationships. Having the right understanding and right feeling in me, in myself, first leads to my happiness. Then expressing and sharing with the other and its right evaluation leads to mutual happiness or her happiness. Okay. So these are all the questions for all of you to check for yourself. Do we have natural acceptance for justice in the family? I want to be happy. I want even the other person in the family to be happy. Then I can attain to mutual happiness. Do we want justice outside the family? Yes, of course. Is there a boundary beyond which justice does not matter? No. So So our like final ultimate goal of undivided family, undivided society can be ensured with starting with an individual with the right feelings in the individual first. Right. So this is all the homework. Okay, so I just stop here. I think you have 10 minutes to go. If you have any questions, discussion, you want to add any comments, suggestions, you are welcome. Right? Any questions, comments, suggestions, or you want to add anything, share any of your experiences on any of the topics that you have learned till now? There's an absolute silence.
Self-consciousness and state of mind brings happiness in whatever state we may be. So physical state does not matter, it's a state of mind.
Exactly. Exactly. And also the medical sciences also has like added this point that if you feel that you are going to recover and if you have a strong mind, that will add to your body health also. Yeah, good. Any more input, suggestions, comments? Yeah, okay. So can we close the session here because there are no comments, no suggestions, no discussion? Yeah, there are some two more short videos, but I think it's all at the time is up. A happy person definitely like makes the whole like wherever he's working, he or she is working happy. And if you are unhappy, you will spread the same unhappiness among the people. If you are happy, you are going to spread the same happiness. Okay, so I think thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for such a wonderful.
Yeah. So can we close it here?
Thank you, sir.
Hello? Hello? Yeah, I don't see any comments, suggestions, or questions. So if everything is fine, can we close it here?
Yeah, thank you, madam. My network was disturbed slightly.
Okay.
Yeah, we thank you very much for your support, your time, and apprising us with a kind of a new look, perspective to look at ourselves, our activities, society, and country. Thank you very much, madam.
Yeah, right, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Share your slides and the videos if you.
Yeah, definitely.
Earlier slides we have shared with the participants.
Yeah, the videos. Yeah,
Thank you.
I'll do that. Right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Something to declare?
Is that fine, sir? Sure, I can leave.
Madam, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam. So, dear colleagues, actually we have some internet problem at our server. The Moodle server we are hosting at our own site, MNIT. So in the evening, we'll do it some fixation regarding your passwords. The server might be back in within half an hour. So you can try after, let us say 12 noon.
Sir, we
Please
are
do
not
a
able to
password
log
reset.
into Moodle.
I'm sorry.
We are not able to log in Moodle for quiz.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Currently, the site is not accessible because of internet problem at our server, but it will be restored by 12 o'clock today. Abhi,
Okay,
just now,
thank you.
afternoon.
Thank you.
But then, if you haven't seen the email of invitation in your inbox or spam, please do a password reset.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
And that password reset, you fill only one of the field only. That's simple process, and you'll get access to it. Right?